Well, it's going to be about 3 days before I get the parts for the Mazda inside the shop. So I figured I would just kind of start on this 2007 Crown Vic. Now, I bought this car as it sits. Fenders in the back seat, the hood in the rad supports in the back of my truck. No motor, no transmission, kind of already stripped. So this is kind of a plus buying it like this. One, I don't have to do all this work because I really didn't want to keep the Ford motor in this one. Two, now that it doesn't have interior, that saves me a step number 2. But it did come with a little bit of a minus. The trunk is filled with scrap, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's also filled with ashes. So it's going to take me a couple hours to get this thing completely cleaned out, and just an extra step, but you know what, it saved me 2 steps, so my 2 steps ahead, only 1 step back works for me. Well, it took me about an hour and a half, and my phone died because of the cold, but that trunk is just about clean, and here is everything that came out of it. So the story is, on this car, a buddy of mine bought this about 4 years ago for a demolition derby, and never ended up using it. So I bought it from him, but he was about to take it to scrap, and that's why he started filling it with the trash. So I'm thinking of a project build name for this 2007 p71 cop car. Should be either trash bin or trash something. What are you guys thinking about a name? I'm sorry I'm out of breath, but this is cold and that was a lot of physical work. So probably within the next week or 2 I'll be pulling this thing out of its little resting spot towards the shop, and we'll start building on this as soon as that Mazda's done. But tomorrow, first things first, I gotta take all this to the dump. There's no way I can throw this in my trash. So, cleanup of the trunk is done. Now we can start building this car. Plans are Chevy motor, Chevy transmission, maybe swap out the rear axle, phone the promoter, see what I can do for rear suspension. I'd really like to leaf the back of this car, but we'll see if we can do that or not. Yeah, maybe some nice swapping out on the front of it. Let's see what we can do. But what do you guys think for a name? I'm thinking like Project Trash Pile, Project Trash Bin, Project Scrap. I don't know. Think of a name, guys, and I'll create a video category for it on YouTube.